Alrighty. Hi everyone, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. This is Central Catholic in San Antonio, JV Colors. So the command is colors. Nice. Well done on that wheel. Left guard, you did an excellent, well, team did a fine job. Good spacing maintained throughout. So your organizational, most likely your staff or your state. So I can see the tops of both of the staffs wiggling around. That means you've got to do the, got to tighten the screws on the middle. Well done, guards. So, got to have that, got to have that pivot out there, guards. See, at least left guard, all you did was just step away. You're facing here, and you just stepped away with your left foot when you actually have to pivot at a 45-degree angle. It's a face in march. And same thing with you, right guard. And I know it's weird, right rifle. Your foot's already facing that direction, but you have to have at least a slight pivot there. Again, it's a face in march, and a face in march is essentially a flank either direction, but it's always on the ball of the right foot, with the left foot going either 90 or 45, in whatever direction. So yeah, you've got a problem there. So for bringing it out, you have to go to. I want to hit my ceiling here. You have to go to raised guidon, and raised guidon for the Army is this. I honestly think it's a silly position. It really should be this. This is the Air Force raised guidon. So raised guidon has to be this. So you have to have that left hand above your head at that point. So my suggestion is to bring the staff out and the left hand up just like this. And then here you bring it forward, then you slide that staff back, which I can't do. Anyway, you've almost got the position since you're bringing the staff down just a bit, but really it needs to be the raised guidon position. So I understand lowering is probably a little more dramatic, but you're also supposed to go to present guidon, which is bringing the staff forward, and then you can pull that staff in, which I highly suggest. Since it's a color and not a guidon, you don't have to leave it out there. And then you need to have both hands on it. You don't drop that hand. Again, and I've explained this elsewhere. Guidon staff manual, flag staff manual are the same, except in certain places where, because it's a color and not a guidon, it's treated this way. So, anyway, nicely done, guards. That really works well. You were fine. You were fine, State. Now here, so it happened, and you've got to deal with it. So what you need to do as you're unfurling, the wind pulled the corner, the bottom corner of the color over the staff, and so you were unfurling nothing eventually because the wind is playing with you. What you need to do is take your left hand out there and pull it away. Just pull the material away. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. And you're outside. This is what happens. And so we have a tendency of not wanting to. We want everything to be absolutely perfect. But when something happens that makes it not perfect, we don't know how to handle it. And that's the case right here. You don't know what to do because you're not ready to deal with that. And that's fine. That's okay. It's a learning situation. And now you've learned that you need to pull it with that left hand. You've got the right supporting. You've got the staff underneath your arm at the shoulder here. And so you just pull the material away and then continue. And then U.S. bearer, you need to wait. Make sure that you've got your eyes split on one on your color, one on the state color, and make sure that you're raising as you go. Now, when you're unfurling, you should unfurl so that the staff is horizontal and the spade is flat. Then you bring it up into the harness socket. Now, where does it say that? It doesn't. The training circular doesn't say that. It's the understood method that we've used for decades, and it it's mainly seen in personal colors, and that's really all I can explain about it. But anyway, what needed to happen is you both executing the movements at the same time here, and so good holding the cases correctly. Now, just so I can make sure, this is in the belt, this is over the belt. So in is what you want. The case is supposed to be tucked in the belt. Nice job, guards. You're really doing well there. And so, since you don't know, you didn't understand how to get the flag completely unfurled, then you're going to be marching around with a partially unfurled color. We flip color and flag terminology all the time. It really should be addressed as a color all the time. So stayed in the mark time there. Why? Using the flanking method. It really should be the face in march method. Ooh, interesting. The longer you stay in mark time, the worse it can get. Hey, I want you there. Come on. Oh, I want you back here. There we go. Yeah. There quite a while. Right there. Step, go. That was good. What happened here? Oh, left guard, you just slowed down for some strange reason. Good correction there. That worked well. But then you got slow again. What's going on? Again, colors halt. Good. Both staffs are vertical. Nice job. So, and I know you're battling wind there, but make sure you have a slight angle forward with your staff there, team. And again, left guard. Loss of timing there. Are you just not feeling the rhythm? Here you go again. It's got to be something that is so. And again. And again. Nice recovery, you two. But left guard. Now, really quickly, so I can watch the rest of this, but I've got a quick story. So it's years and years and years ago when I was first falling into the flight, and there was some kind of either mental block or an internal laziness or something that I had to push myself through to get into tempo when I was in formation. It was, I can't explain it any other way. It was just, there was something there that was just kind of pulling me back almost. And I was so out of tempo for a while. I'm pretty sure it was either at New Mexico Military Institute or when I was in JROTC. But first falling in, it was just a nightmare for me. My feet didn't want to work. It was a connection thing, maybe. And teenager. So you being a teenager, it's quite possible that your brain and your muscles aren't connecting well yet, and it's just a matter of time before everything finds its way, the neural pathways work, and all that kind of stuff. So it's probably not a big issue, but get your head in the game and make sure that you can do this. Push yourself into that tempo if you have to, and it looks like you might have to. And there you go again. I would put a little metronome speaker on your collar and just have it click, 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 click the entire time. And that's all you have to concentrate on. So present, that's the slide up. Arms out. State bearer. So are you flaring your hands, guards? You should be wrapping. So Army wraps. So I should see fingers here. No flare like this. So as you bring, I noticed this earlier. There. Yeah, I thought so. Elbows. So both guards, you're at present. You go to port, grab the buttstock, place the rifle on the shoulder, but your elbows are out here. Your elbows are supposed to be at your side. So here, port, grab, my elbow doesn't move. If my elbow's not moving, then you're doing this on purpose. This is fine for exhibition drill, not for regulation drill. So about the wind, you could have gone to the two-handed grip, slide that left hand up. Now the training circular, doesn't have information for that. It just says, here's your two-handed grip and this is what you can do. Why it doesn't have anything, any specific guidance, I don't know. But you're carrying like this, and you can give bearers ready, slide, and you slide up. Oh, relax your elbows there. Bearers ready, slide, and then you've got that wind bracing grip. So nice job, team. Really, lesson learned on the color. You got to pull that, and then left guard. Just get over that hump, that mental hump, if it's there, or something. It'll come, but you've got to concentrate. All right, well done, team. I really appreciate that. Thank you.